not recorded for a while. Have you seen the videos that I did in South Africa? You watched, there's 2.
I have. I've seen them all. I loved them.
Calvin calls that guerrilla style.
Gorilla.
Just raw.
I think you did a really good job. Just out there, Doug. Just bringing current affairs, just bringing business news to the folks, to our 99 followers. Have we got 100 followers yet?
We, at the moment, have more videos than followers. But I think that we're going to tip the balance.
Ideal ratio.
It's not ideal. But look.
It's fucking ideal, mate.
We said 2023 was about getting a rhythm. And 2024, this is growth now. I think we've got a plan. We've got a plan. Right, we've got a business. Butternut Box. Sammy is overweight.
Majestic.
He is majestic, but he's fat. He's overweight.
Depends on what circles you're moving.
He is 2 kilos overweight, which obviously a fair bit for a dog.
Jesus, Doug, that's like 20% his body weight. Mm-hmm. What have you been feeding him?
Well, it's not been great. It's been,
steak.
We have given him some steak.
Finder's crispy pancakes. Chicken
a bit
kebabs.
over the top on the red meat and a little bit over the top on, I grate bits of cheese onto his food sometimes, which obviously not ideal.
Do you really? Red Leicester? What's his fave? Brie. He's a brie kind of dog.
No, it's mainly cheddar.
Kind of
So Lindsay said, we need to sort this out. So she's fucking around on her phone looking for... She's like, cool, there's all these subscription box products for dogs. And I'm like, come on. That just sounds to me like an absolute rip-off. And then she's like, no, it's actually cheaper than what we're currently doing. I was like, well, what are we currently doing? And then she's like, cool, we buy this Lily's stuff and we buy these pellets and this is going to be cheaper. So I was like, okay, fine, just try it, whatever. And then, so she looks around, like, cool, I've ordered one. We're going for this company. She goes onto this WhatsApp group for Cavaliers that we're part of, called...
You got a dedicated WhatsApp group just to your breed?
Yeah, it's a walking group, so we go on walks. And
just for so you basically alienate all the other dog breeds.
Yeah, there's
owners.
like 80 of these calves on this group. Anyway, a load of
shit in Southend.
Yeah, Leon C. Yeah.
Oh God, you got to take photos of this. I want to see 80 Cavalier King Charles Spaniels with Sammy at the front.
Yeah, when you have the cav walks and you'll be walking through the woods or whatever.
Cav walks,
and then you'll see
Cavaliers don't go in the woods.
And you'll see like a
dogs.
a semi-aggy, dangerous-looking dog, and everyone's like, "Shit! Get the calves together!" And they have to guard around them to protect them.
Do they rally?
The owners.
Do they do like a box? Like the old military move. They kind of box each other out,
like the Roman,
box
like the Roman Legion.
Imagine that's a Cavalier move.
Anyway, so they do that, yeah, because the calves are just so fucking hapless that if any dog goes near them, they'll just be killed.
Bunch of strugglers.
So anyway, so Lindsay gets this. She orders this Butternut Box, and in fairness, it is cheaper than what we're currently doing. Not that we're doing it particularly cheaply, but cheaper price. He really likes it, and it's all balanced allegedly with the amount of calories and the nutrients and all that kind of shit that he needs. So we moved him to
macros.
One of these boxes a day. So one of these meals a day. It goes in the freezer, comes out, shove it in the thing. I look at this business and I just think, okay, the dog likes it. It's actually not that expensive. Are we ever going to churn from this business? Because the human ones, huge churn. We've tried different ones. We try one, we get bored. We try a different one. The dog's just going to if he likes it, he's just going to eat this forever, and you're not going to bother changing. So I actually quite like it. I kind of prefer it to the human boxes. So I thought, cool, let's look into the business. So I've looked into this company, right? A couple of guys started it 2010, I think.
Oh, wow, a while ago.
Yeah, that was really the early days. And they were doing it alongside their job. They were working in the city. They were doing that for 6 years on the side. Just making some dog food at home, getting it taking it round.
Stinky kitchen.
And then they gave up the jobs 2016 to kind of do it full time. And then they just, from there, just kind of slowly ramped it up, improved production, improved the brand, improved the logistics. And then their latest accounts, 2022, year ending 2022, 70 million turnover. It's not bad, is it? 70 million for a bit of dog food.
No, that's not. Yeah.
Gross margin looks pretty nice to me, 38%. And they did make a huge loss that year because they did some investment in production and they grew the team and that kind of stuff. But the gross margin, good. Then they got bought or got an investment from some US private equity company.
Dude, have you seen how much they've raised?
Yeah, I've done the research. 280 million quid, right? And then they're using that for growth. They're using that for building this huge kind of production facility in Doncaster. And so they sell this UK, Holland, Belgium. They also acquired some company in Eastern Europe, so they're also selling to the Polish market. I just think that this is a great business if you've got the infrastructure right, because I just think people are just going to keep coming back, because if it works, you wouldn't change it. But I think there's one thing that they need to do better. So this is coming at it from where I'm going to come at it from, and then I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But their SEO is very old school, pretty shit. So SEO for dog stuff is insane. There are tens of millions of searches just in the UK for things like joint supplements for my dog, things like raw dog food calculator, like huge search, really low competition and huge intent. And they know this because they have got a little blog. And on the blog, they have content that actually does rank today, but it is not good. So this content, it sort of ticks a box, but it is thin. It's not adding any value. And whilst it's getting traffic today, in the long term, someone's going to beat them to this. So what they need to do, they need to go, hang on, let's just invest 30, 40,000 quid a month in creating the world's best content site for dogs. And, you know, their article on fucking best breeds first-time dog owners, it looks like it's been written by AI. Golden Retrievers are renowned for their gentle disposition and love for people. They are highly trainable and make great family pets. Their beautiful golden coats are just as warm as their hearts. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. These small affectionate dogs are perfect.
Strugglers.
These fucking jokers. These small affectionate dogs are perfect for apartment living and are known for their loving and sociable personalities. They'll quickly become your shadow and shower you with affection. So not adding any value. And that's the same for most of the articles. Some are a little bit better. But my argument to them is make the best site in the world, make the best content about dogs in the world in terms of dog health, not just the food they eat, but you can do food, but the supplements they eat, that they take, the different kind of dogs to have, health issues with dogs. That stuff is not well served. There's lots of it, but it's shit. So these guys need to spend a few £100,000 a year, maybe a bit more, create an unbelievable content site on that, and that will drive so much consistent traffic. That is an absolute, they have to do that. That's a no-brainer. Otherwise, they're going to be paying Google and Facebook and Instagram fucking forever. And I'm sure that cost of acquisition is okay now. But as Lindsay said, this space is brutally competitive. Yes, they're on top of it now. Yes, they've got good logistics. But people are going to fucking come for them. And, you know, it's going to get messy.
Going to come for their lunch.
They're going to come for their fucking little carrots. And when they do, they need to own that search, because that paid click, cost per click, is going to fucking skyrocket. I'm sure it's already pretty high. So that's what they need to do, Rich. And, you know, anything you would do? I mean, you've had 2 minutes to think about this.
2 minutes. It just reminds me of when my Lindsay worked on some headhunting for a business called Paws. And as in PAWS, and that was all about wrapping everything around the dog: food, insurance, experience, product, all the rest of it. And they had that really kind of aggregated, holistic approach to that dog ownership kind of piece. One of the largest pieces they wanted to do was content. They didn't get it going, but the thing about Butternut Box is they've got such a strong brand. I mean, I know who they are, I've heard of it, and they've got such avid followers. I don't know what the churn's like, but I think why not? I mean, I don't know why they haven't done it. Maybe they're just classic, B2C kind of subscription business. Just feel that they need to go the Meta and Google route, just pump paid.
Do you like the sector? Do you think that I'm right that it's sticky?
I think people who have got dogs, not that I've got one, want elements of it to be easy. The dog mostly is not a discerning animal. So anything that can become easier, anything that will just take away I've got to go to the supermarket to buy this heavy item. I've got to go and do this. Oh, I've run out of it. Delivered to the door. It takes something away, and you don't have to do anything other than cut the pouch and pour it, or whatever you got, whatever comes in the box. And it's healthy and all the rest of it. It's different to like the HelloFresh and all of that kind of stuff, isn't it? I agree. I think it's a great business. I wish I thought about it. Could you imagine if me and you had founded this business? I'd want 60 spaniels in the office, English. You'd have probably a pride of Cavaliers, and then we could just. What I'd do is I'd get a load of Butternut Box, and I'd get one of those cannons they fire T-shirts out of, and I'd put the food in there, and I'd just launch it around the room and just sit in the middle. Bedlam. Be amazing. That's how I'd do it.
I think that would be a good idea. And in all seriousness, like I haven't looked at their socials, but they should encourage user-generated content, because literally when I'm cutting Sammy's food, it is a pouch.
Nice.
It is.
Yeah, I bet it is a pouch. Yeah.
He's
going mental.
He's got his hands on the table and he is shaking.
Hands. He's got his hand. Just Calvin, can you just put some big hands up? With maybe a King Charles Spaniel with big human hands. It's nice to see that Doug definitely humanises his dog.
He's a person. And he reads before bed. But he is buzzing. I mean, what Butternut Box don't know is that you could literally be cutting him up fucking anything, and it would be the same.
Less than 100,000 followers on Instagram.
So they need some.
That's nothing.
They need some social agency as well to just pump that.
Do you know what they need to do? They need to do the Carwow approach. Well, they don't need to do anything. An idea is the Carwow approach, right? So Carwow they sell cars, obviously, but their socials are ridiculous. They've got 9 million followers across Instagram and YouTube. 9 million, and that's how they're just known for that. And they review and they do all sorts. They bring lots of stories with the customers in. It's great. Such great content.
I mean, it's in
Carwow. I don't think they advertise. I've never seen a Carwow advert on Facebook ever.
I almost think. I bet they have an affiliate program. I mean, I would be tempted if they don't. That is literally insane. But I would be tempted to build a dog content site, given what I've seen in terms of the amount of traffic, and then just pump all the leads towards Butternut Box and the vitamin companies and all of that kind of thing. It's clearly a gold mine. This is an absolute.
You need
gold
to get
mine.
Sammy and his hands on their Instagram profile
front page.
Calv, let's get that picture and just get it over to Butternut Box stat. Sammy,
Calvin,
live photo, maybe just Sammy just shaking.
Calvin, when we've done this video, could you just send a copy to the head of marketing at Butternut Box, please? Not that. Would we want to do this? Would we want to do dog SEO? We're kind of a bit more sophisticated B2B, but we'd definitely be able to do it. We like dogs here at Kalium, so if you want us to do this for you, we are good to go. But it'll cost you a lot. You're probably better off building an internal
And if
team.
you want to do my T-shirt gun idea in the office, just firing Butternut Box pouches around, get a big party going on. I'll quite happily organise that one for you.
If you want an app, Mahara will just pump you one of those out. Last thing you need.
They definitely do not need us. They do not need
Never
us.
say that. There's always room for innovation.
Well, thank you. Yeah. I don't think Butternut Box need Mahara. I think they've probably got an army of internal product people.
They do need Kalium, though. Their SEO.
All right, Doug. Thank
stinks.
you very much for that.
He's trying to cut me off, Carl. Don't let him do that. Fuck me.
Honestly, I'm just like, let's hustle. Let's close this shit down.
Right. If you want your SEO sorted out, it's Kalium. If you're a big company, you want tech, that you got in-house people, it's definitely not Mahara. If you're a little bit smaller and you need some shit made really good, it is Mahara.
Made.
And
if you want some shit sold, it's Kalium.
And if you want some people recruited, Marketing Pros. Yeah, let's be a bit more brutal with our sales at the end. Mahara's probably one of the best.
And if you've got a Cavalier Doug hangs out in woods with 80 Cavaliers. So if you got a Cavalier King Charles, you'll drop a pin next time. Come down.
Hockley Woods, Essex. Right. See you, Rich.